Hey guys, it's Gummo here, going into Game 3 of my Winter Carnage 2014. This is a week old now, so yeah, everything's getting a little bit quicker and yeah, less accurate when I'm looking at these slides, but hopefully you get the gist. This one's Blood and Glory, another High Elf game. So yeah, there was I think it was like half the armies at this tournament were High Elves or Dark Elves. So I guess that's how it goes these days. And there's my deployment. Camping in style, or castling in style. Yeah, so I think I've got a fortitude of 6, and he's got flyers everywhere. So I thought, well, I'm going to just try and make it so he can't get behind me. Try to protect my general, my small unit of vanilla knights, which had a banner, and hopefully hold out with the demis and the halberdiers, but and try and shoot some flyers down. That's the plan. Yeah, it's just a picture of it from the other side. And yeah, his deployment, he's basically got a... Actually, I might go to the next slide, it's a bit easier to see. So on the left, he's got some vanguarding reavers, then a small unit of sisters. Out the back, he's got 3 bolt throwers. He's got 2 units of, I think, 15 archers, Frosty, BSB on an eagle out the back. And then he's got a moon dragon on some type of lord on it, and then it's Caladriel or whatever on the Frosty out on the far right. Looks like another set of reavers there as well. There's my gold's metal spells. So got Final Trans and Searing Doom, and then light spells got the ones you want. So the magic looked like it was going to be good. And I get first turn, which is I think the third time, out of 3 games, which is not too bad. Obviously didn't do much movement, just pivoted my steam tank to try to take his Frosty out. And that was about the only movement. The Hellblaster lit up those sisters that had got too close. And I think I took out the other reavers out on the left there with my banishment. Unfortunately for me, though, the cannon going for the Frosty blew itself up, and I don't even know if I did a wound to the Frosty with the steam tank cannon. So yeah, luck wasn't going too good there with shooting. So high elf turn 1. The Frosty and the Moon Dragon just come straight up on the top of the hill. They're actually like just an inch away from the halberds. We couldn't put the bases there; they wouldn't fit, obviously. And his Moon Dragon can come off that base there, which is good. So we just left the base up there. His BSP flies over. Oh, sorry, Caladriel and the other Frosty flies over as well. It's just a closer shot of it. And a close shot of the Moon Dragon. Looks pretty cool. And yeah, magic was actually, yes, the other big thing about he had no magic, so he had a pretty good comp score. In his shooting, though, he was able to take out my Hellblaster with his 30 archer shots. So my artillery's gone now, except for the steam tank. So in my turn, I'll just pivot pretty much just to shoot a cannonball through his dragon and Frostheart Phoenix. That's about it there. Get Baronas off on my halberds in preparation for the fight ahead. And yeah, shooting, I think we put 1 or 2 wounds on the dragon. It looks like it might have 3. I don't know if that's 3 wounds on it or 3 wounds left. Yeah, and then obviously that's the only shooting I'm going to get on it, because now he's charged. So the Frosty and the dragon into my halberds, the Frosty into the demigryphs, and his BSB's moved up there. Which, yeah, just getting the fight. Just a close-up shot of the dragon eating my halberds. He shoots his bolt throws at my steam tank, all of them, and I think they all miss. The archers don't do anything, so it escapes that turn. He does manage to take out an entire set of detachments, though, so I end up having to jiggle my location of my wizards and stuff just to pretty much hide behind that hill. And in combat, I think I challenge with the Wind Charmer just to try and take the dragon out of combat for a turn, and yeah, obviously he dies. And my turn 3, so with no wounds on the steam tank, I go ahead and misfire. So that's great. He's obviously going to charge into the Frostheart and try to do some damage there. And yeah, in combat you can see he's taken out about 9 halberds already. I'm down a demi. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like a lot of strategy in this. All I'm just trying to do is see if I can hold out long enough. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to... Not being able to cast spells now, those guys, they're in combat and not being able to shoot them. I just don't have anything that can really take them on. So yeah, you can see I've already lost another demi. And that's actually bad for him because now he's got room for his BSB there to fly over and attack my Vanilla Knights there, which have a banner as well. Going into his shooting, finally he gets through a bolt thrower hit, scores 3 wounds on the steam tank. So, I'm going to be misfiring 50% of the time. And yeah, going into his turn 3, his BSB's charge into my Vanilla Knights there. I've started counting wounds on the halberd unit. So I've only got about 20 or maybe even 19 of them left. So yeah, it's not going to be long until they break. You can tell I've been unable in the last turn as well to get any magic off on him. I think I was rolling again quite low with the magic, which wasn't too good. Looks like I do get something off on my Vanilla Knights, but yeah, the steam tank's misfired. It ended up losing some steam points. I only ended up having 1, so that's as far as I made it. Couldn't make it into the Frostheart. And I'm down to 1 demi left, and his BSB only manages to take out 1 of my Vanilla Knights, so that's good. But look, I've lost a banner now with the demis, so I'm down a banner. And the inevitable happens. The halberds go down to the dragon and Frosty, and that's blood and gore. This tournament's playing that you keep playing. You get 350, I think, for the first, if you break them first, and then the other player can still get 150 if they break the other person, which I don't, so he gets the 150. So yeah, the halberds had my BSB and a banner as well, so yeah, I've broken now. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm losing track of turns on these photos. But you can see what's happened here. He's crashed through the demis. So he's crashed through the halberds. And I think his bolt throws ended up putting 2 more wounds on my steam tank. You can see it's up there at 6. So that's no good for me. There it is. Just a picture of 1 wound left on that demigryph. And he's reforming, ready to set up his charges again for next turn. So he comes in with his Frostheart. He's beaten the demigryphs down, comes in. Actually, I've killed 1 Frostheart. That's what happened. Yeah. So we finally killed 1 of his Frosties. But yeah, the other one comes through and takes out the steam tank. He actually killed the demigryphs actually killed Collateral, which is good too. And his dragon goes into my Archlector. And obviously the Archlector dies and or breaks, runs off the table. Steam tank's dead. And the BSB finally wipes up my... I don't have a picture of it, but the BSB actually does beat those Vanilla Knights. So the only thing left at the end of the game was the Hurricaneum, which actually didn't run away. Yeah, it was a tabling, well, close enough to it anyway. So it was a big loss for the Empire. Not much to say, really. I really had 1 turn of shooting to try and take out 1 or at least a Frosty, and I just didn't get a chance. And then they were on me. And once they're in combat, I didn't really have anything with enough punch except for the steam tank, but obviously firing 2 out of the 3 turns, it didn't get in there in time, so that's how you roll. Hopefully day 2 is going to be better. I'm 1 and 2. Going into the tournament, I really just wanted to win 2. Actually, I would have loved it if I could win more than I lost, obviously a 3-2, but yeah, we'll see how day 2 goes. See you next time.